Hey everybody, this is Eli Freestone and you're watching my alpha walkthrough for integrated product deployment term 1504. Today we're just going to be going over what I've gotten done for the alpha build, which is mainly just the primary functionality, in my case, creating and editing recipes for my application MyBrewLog. Let's go ahead and get it started here. I didn't change anything with the login and sign up. That was all functional for my proof of concept at the end of last month. So it's still set up the same way, so I won't demo that at all. But I did set up, at least the My Recipes table view is set up and being fed by parse, and you can now create, edit, and delete recipes. I have not hooked up browse yet. It's still the same default or the static stuff that was from my proof of concept. These are also not editable, and they take you to a static detail view. Although this one now has some new info that I was kind of messing around with some formatting, but it's still just static stuff that's not coming in from parse. Anyways, let's go ahead and we'll start with deleting. Delete a slide to the left and then click delete and it's gone. And then we'll go ahead and edit this guy. Let's see. So let's go ahead and just take out edit and then we will add in a new ingredient. As of right now, I just have 6 nondescript ingredients plus an other. I'm going to go ahead and just pick 6 and then a quantity. If you don't pick any quantity, it goes to 1 quart. These different measurements are in no particular order, and it's not the final by any means. That's actually going to be a dynamically filled list because there's metric and imperial different measurements that'll be used. And on the settings page, there will be a switch to switch between the metric or imperial measurements. Anyways, the test ing, that was actually an other. So that shows you what that does, but I will actually, let's go ahead and just make another one just because then it can show you how you put it in. It's just an alert view that has a text field input, and you just type it on in, click save, and then it takes you into the quantity. We'll just go ahead and click done because then it sets it to 1 quart. And then I also changed the notes to be that same type of deal. And just because it works a lot better, it helps with the flow, plus I was able to add this batch size button, which I actually haven't hooked up to anything, merely for the fact that I think I'm going to kind of change around the way the details are set up, so I can show not only the batch size, but also the recipe type, but they won't be in either the ingredient or the instructions. It'll likely be, let's go ahead and click save, so it edits that. And then it'll likely be possibly labels underneath the recipe title that'll say this is a beer and it's 5 gallons or whatever, just right up here. But I'm honestly not really sure about that. I didn't want to just put it inside the instructions. It doesn't necessarily fit in ingredients either because it's the total yield of the recipe. So I'm still kind of working out on that. That's why it's not hooked up, but all the other buttons on there are hooked up. Timers do not go to timer yet though, and the formatting of the timers, this top one is for over 24 hours, and then the bottom would be a countdown timer under 24 hours. Those will be hooked up so you can move over to timer to start one. It's not right now, and also the formatting is not the way it's going to be because I'm not 100% exactly how that's going to work out yet. It might be an attributed string. It might be I change it to a web view and do a kind of a capture of the click of a hyperlink type of deal. But I'm not going to really put a lot of effort into the formatting of these numbers, for the timers until I know exactly how I'm going to use them. So right now they're just kind of to show what is selected, and call it good from there. But that's something that's I'm working on in the background. It's I've kind of started kicking around the ideas of it, but it's definitely a secondary functionality. So I wanted to make sure I got the whole CRUD functionality working first, since that's really the primary. All right, and then the only other thing I've gotten working is actually a single button on the settings, and it is to edit the user. This allow you to change your username or your email from this page, or both. You can actually do both of them at the same time if you wanted to, email being the top and then username being the bottom. And then if you wanted to reset your password, you do have to sign out and then go to the forgot password, and then it'll actually email you the link for that. I'm probably going to add a password reset over here in the settings as well, or at least a password change, but I'm not really 100% if I'm going to do that or not. That's right now it's just staying on the login screen. But yeah, that's also been added, and I guess that's about it. This has been Eli Freestone, Alpha Build for IPY term 1504. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.